Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Laura Osorio, and in the company of Carolina Sánchez and Laura Barrero, we are the students of social sciences. And we are going to talk about one of the most worrying problems in Colombian education, access to higher education. So, to begin, we give way to Laura Barrero.
Okay, good afternoon. Education should be thought of as a process, shaped by initial education, primary education, secondary basic education, secondary education, and higher education. Education before 1991 did not used to be right, but not, but now it's a right. Free until secondary education and it's evaluated to control it. It's necessary to recognize which are the institutions that manage access to higher education. These are the states, the governmental organizations like the Ministry of Education, SENA, regional authorities, credit institutions, public and private education institutions. The next topic is populations with the less access to education. The Colombian statistics show several disadvantaged groups of people. If they improve access to education, these groups will have a better future. These are women, victims of armed conflicts, ex-combatants, people with special needs, indigenous people, Afro-Colombians, peasants, and young people. We continue with Carolina.
Thank you, Laura. To continue this discussion, I will talk about some reasons why young people cannot access higher education. First, we have lack of financial income to afford tuition or credits, pressure to work, lack of sufficient public universities nationwide, and places, not enough places in public universities. No, this shows how higher education hasn't been a priority for governments. Um, so, what are the causes and consequences of this problem? First, financing to private entities over ones, competition for access, and third, higher tariffs. And what are the consequences? First, lower professional capacity in the country, higher rates of dissatisfaction, and third, long-term debits. However, it is worldwide to make the following reflection. If higher education is a right, why should accessing a university being an odyssey? To continue with this important discussion, we continue with my classmate Laura Witrago.
Okay, thank you, Caro. Now we want to talk about alternatives for this situation. So, if we could propose solutions for this problematic, we would propose four ideas. The first is a reform to the Law 13 of 1992. This law mentions the resources that the government promised to guarantee higher education, but which are not sufficient. The second idea is expand the coverage to higher education because the opportunities for access are used to very limited. Um, the idea number three is stop investing in welfare programs as Serpilo Paga, Generación E, etc., because they are used to misspending money and resources. And the last idea is to turn zero enrollment into a state policy, not as a government used to promise in their campaigns. And now, in conclusion, we know that the students should be helped by the government. Okay, this is all for today. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.